Hello, I'm Brandon Huber, and today I'm going to be showing you how to graft watermelons. So what we have here is a rootstock watermelon. We're grafting giant watermelon, and we're grafting it onto this. This is Carolina Strongback. It's a soil nematode resistant variety, and I use it for combating soil nematodes in our sandy soils here. And so there's benefits of grafting onto this rootstock is that disease resistance qualities and also nematode resistance. So whereas the giant watermelon genetics that grows the giant watermelon typically does not have that resistance in it. So we're going to use this rootstock just as the root system. So we're going to be grafting these giant watermelons onto this Carolina Strongback using our rootstock and our scion, the top part, which is going to grow the watermelon onto this rootstock right here, Carolina Strongback. We're going to graft them today using these little grafting clips and a sharp razor blade. And the first thing we did is really sanitize the area pretty well. We just want to minimize any sort of contaminants before we, start, because we're going to graft this onto that, and then we're going to put it in a healing chamber for about 5 days. So we want to make sure we minimize any risks ahead of time. So we're going to get started here. So today I'm going to be using the one-cotyledon method, and the one-cotyledon method works by leaving only one cotyledon, which I'll show you. So we'll take our razor blade and we're going to make an incision down the side of the plant. We're going to follow that one cotyledon. I'm going to slice the other part off. And it's going to leave just that little area there. And we want to make sure that we get that surface area that make that 45-degree angle. That's going to enable us to the more surface area the better, because we're going to graft this on top of that. And so we're going to start with one of our watermelons. I'm going to go ahead and cut this here. I'm going to label each one of these as a slightly different genetics, so I'm going to go ahead and stick that label there because we want to remember what's what. Now I'm going to trim some of this off because I don't need all this length. I'm making that matching 45-degree angle. And if you're not happy with it initially, you can shave it a little better than that, like that. There's a nice surface area right there. And then we're going to take this and we're going to go ahead and graft. We're going to place our clip like that, slide that on there, then clip it like that. And then we'll go back and look, make sure that we have really good. You can go ahead and adjust it. You might have to adjust your clip. You want to make sure that you can tug on this pretty good without it falling off. So that actually feels really good. You can adjust your clip. You want that to be good. You don't want any gaps. Looks pretty good to me. So then it goes into this healing chamber. We're going to put it in here, 100% humidity for 3 to 5 days. We're going to keep an eye on it, mist them a little bit, and check back 3 to 5 days. So I'm going to go ahead and graft the rest of this tray and then put them in there. All right, once we've made all our grafts, I just finished the rest of the grafts. I just did 24 of them. As I do them, I place them in the bin and put the lid on it. But once I'm done, I'm going to finish the whole batch, and we're just going to spray lightly with a little bit of mist just to increase the humidity in this bin. We just want to provide some moisture in there, some increased humidity, but we don't want a lot of standing water. You just want to kind of gently mist the foliage, but we don't want to collect water in there. We don't want puddling water much at all, because this water, and then we're going to close this lid up, shut it down, and then I'm going to place it near my light for the next 4 or 5 days, and then we're going to start the acclimation process on the 4th or 5th day. We'll check back soon. All right, so we just grafted these watermelons just 5 days ago now. So we're going to take a look at them. And I want to talk about how I begin to acclimate these grafts post-graft to get them ready to be acclimated to leave this container and be ready to eventually be planted in the garden. So on day 4, typically 4 days after, 4 full days after grafting, I will start by, you can see I have there's no, basically what we want to do is we want to start ventilating this container. And what that's going to do is allow, so I just have a tweezer, piece of tweezers just shoved in there for now. What that's going to do is allow this humidity in this box to decrease. We want to go from, in this box is 100% humidity. We want to start to condition them, acclimate them away from this very humid space. So today's day 5. So day 4, we do a little bit of, this is how I do it. There's many ways of doing it. Basically, you want to step them down from this 100% humidity environment. So the 4th day, I always vent just a little bit. I could just about stick my finger in there. And then on the 5th day, I'll actually open this a little more. I might stick something larger in there. That's going to help decrease that humidity a little more. But let's take a look at how they look day 5. So what we're looking at here, pretty good. This looks actually really good. I haven't done a lot of misting since I've opened the container. Still holding some moisture in there, but the plants are still holding well. I don't see much wilting. That's great. Sometimes some wilting is okay, but it's really gonna be a test on the 5th, day 6 and 7, as we really, because we're gonna leave this lid off. On day 7, we'll take this lid off completely, and we're gonna see exactly how they do. So I just want to do a step-by-step, and we'll check in again tomorrow and then the next day briefly, so you can see what I do day to day to get these ready to be taken out of here and grown on, be planted in the field shortly thereafter. So, all right, welcome back. Today is day 7. So we're going to take a look at the grafts and how they're doing, and we're going to take a look in here. So for day 6, I had this vented like this, and if you look closer, you can see that there's really no dew or condensation forming in here at all. So we're ready to completely, for day 7, we're removing this lid altogether. And you can take a look in here. This is a pretty great scenario here. Very little wilting. One there that may have failed, but a lot of these look great for 7 days. And so we're leaving the lid off. We're gonna see how they ride. You can see some of them are starting to dry out. Down the soil is dry, so they may be a little wilting from that, but we're gonna water them and make sure they have what they need. But this is great. This is a great, good, best case scenario, really. Really good success here so far, it looks like. And anyway, so we're at day 7. We grafted just a week ago today, and these are looking good, and we're gonna monitor the next couple days. Now that this lid stays off here, we're going to, they're ready to come out. So they'll spend a couple more days under the lights inside, and then I'm going to start acclimating them outside. But we'll check in on that in a couple days. So, all right, it's been 10 days since grafting. They've been hardened off. Well, they're now in the greenhouse. You can see they're looking pretty good. They're starting to grow back again. They've been out of the chamber now for 3-4 days, and completely outside, and they've been taking up a lot of water now, and they're acclimated. They're in the greenhouse getting a lot of sun and warmth, and now I'm going to shift them to larger pots. I like to graft them in these smaller cells just because, you know, you're not really sure what's going to take and what's not going to take, so I just like to do them like this. I could fit more in the chamber. And so that's just how I like to do it. Some graft in a much larger container than this, but I use these little cells, and I quickly transplant them and bulk them up a little bit before I plant them into the field. A couple other notes. This is the Carolina Strongback rootstock. Many other growers use different varieties, like the gourds, both the bottle gourd or the bushel gourd. So a lot of options for rootstocks for different things. I like to use these Carolina Strongbacks only because of my high nematode pressure here in South Carolina in the sandy soils. I've done gourd, it does well, but we have such nematode issues that this one tends to perform better for me. So anyway, thanks for checking this out. Feel free to ask any questions that you might have. it comes up. And I hope you enjoy this video, and happy growing and good luck this year.